Let me find it. There was this thing. Go.
I was convinced that was just a game.
Yeah. Like a year and a half ago, someone wanted Metacritic to disregard the review of Ariana Grande's "Dangerous Woman" by Rolling Stone, and
That's oddly specific.
Let me see what they gave this review. That 2,000 people signed the petition to have this review thrown out.
What the fuck?
Chris Weingarten gave it a 3 out of 5, which is not a bad rating for Rolling Stone because they do 5 stars.
Right.
Apparently, that was enough for.
Like when somebody goes to Roger Ebert, his website, or when he was doing reviews, it would be like, if he gave something 2 stars, it's like, that's not the worst. He did a 4-star grade. It's like,
yeah.
Whatever.
Scores are arbitrary anyway.
I hate
numbers are meaningless.
Have you ever won? Have the young folks ain't on Metacritic? Me.
Wait, what? Say that again?
Yeah. Have you ever wondered why TYF isn't on Metacritic for music reviews? Because I don't want them on there because it's just the worst.
Oh, what if I tried to get game reviews on there? You think that would work?
I don't care.
Is it like a normal screening process?
And I speak of this as someone who used to kind of sort of work for CBS Interactive. I don't like Metacritic.
Do tell.
What?
Jesus Christ.
Jesus Christ, what?
Oh!
What?
Dude, are we actually playing Halo? Is that what's going down? Because that's pretty great.
I'm playing Halo, and I got a message that came up that said, "Play Halo 4, please." I'm like,
no.
I'm good.
Oh, hell yeah. Killer Instinct's on Steam, finally.
Yeah. With the season pass and everything.
The original or the remake?
No,
the remake.
The original. Kid, get out of here.
What, you don't think it's playable?
No, I think it's playable. I think fucking Rare is dead.
Sea of Thieves looks promising.
Yeah, it is pretty dead, isn't it?
Sea of Thieves does look promising, assuming it ever comes out.
I mean, what was the last big thing they released? It was the greatest hits thing, right?
Grabbed by the Ghoulies.
Well,
no,
it was Rare Replay and then Connect Sports, whatever that was, that David Tennant did voiceover for. That's how I remember that, by the way.
Hold up. Is that real?
Like that whole thing, or just the David Tennant part?
The David Tennant bit.
Yeah. That's how I remember.
Okay.
Yeah, like, I mean, I remember looking at Rare Replay and I'm like, oh, you know, if I had an Xbox One, I'd probably buy that. But, I mean, you know, that would require me caring about the Xbox line at all.
Yeah, I'm just going to wait. I love my 360. I love my 360.
I just dusted off my 360
botched it.
for the first time in forever.
Just wait for the emulator.
I can't believe it still works.
The 360? Yeah, why wouldn't it?
I don't know, because it's Microsoft.
Because all but the last model they put out was a piece of shit.
Dude.
Again, I love my 360, but let's be honest here.
I have like a friggin' enshrined 2007 model that red ringed in like 2010.
Oh, jeez.
I actually just watched. There was like an entire editorial piece that launched earlier this week. That was what was it? It was a dude that was going into detail about the Red Ring controversy, and that pretty much almost ruined the entirety of Microsoft Games Division. And it's kind of a friggin' miracle that they pulled out of that. Lost like what? $1.5 billion.
I'm looking up that Kinect Sports game now. I'm obsessed with this.
Oh,
Sports Rivals, I think it was. Gosh. It's got a 2.9 out of 5 on Microsoft's own site.
So, over under, how many SNES classics do you think is going to be at like a regular vanilla GameStop tomorrow?
Dude.
I can tell you, are we actually doing this? Because I've got numbers.
Oh, you got numbers?
Yes.
I have numbers.
Dish the numbers, please.
Okay, so what I'm hearing from people who this is all local stuff, so I mean mileage is going to vary here, but GameStops are looking at about 25 average, anywhere from 23, 25. Depending on where the region is, it might be a little bit less. However, the real catches are going to be freaking Targets. Let me get my numbers up here because I know they're actually doing this. Target. So Target only did online pre-orders. They didn't do any in-store pre-orders. That's important. There we go. Okay. Also, like, all retailers are getting like scalper proof finally.
Really?
Yeah. So I've got rules too for a lot of these. Okay, so here's my numbers for Utah, kind of just based on what we have.
And where do you live in Utah? Are you close?
I'm in Salt Lake. I'm in Salt Lake, so
that's
I'm
a big
pretty
city,
much dead center. Yeah. So okay, so just to kind of put it in perspective, the closest Target to where I'm at is getting 41.
That's not a lot. Is that including pre-orders?
One that's about 25 minutes away is getting 90.
Mm.
And none of these are pre-orders. These are all live, going on the shelf.
So these are apart from pre-orders.
Yeah, these do not. None of these numbers include pre-orders.
So the second question is, okay, those are the first orders. When do you think they're going to get more?
The GameStops that I have gotten information from have indicated that they're going to have another shipment within the week.
So
it does
never
look very
coming
promising.
back.
Never.
So yeah, like
It's
Like,
all right.
it
I
looks
speak
pretty
the
good.
lingo.
so like they're either going to get one more,
Gone. Already gone.
or more.
I've also got some Walmart numbers from both Utah and New Jersey.
Walmart.
I've got New Jersey
Fucking
numbers
Walmart.
if you want those.
Christ,
It ranges anywhere from 100, like from
Walmart.
45 to 100.
I laughed because when the SNES Classic came out for last year, I asked about it at my local Walmart, and the guy looked me straight in the eye and said, "Oh, we're not carrying Nintendo products at all ever again."
Ever again, huh?
With a dead straight face, any Nintendo. I'm like, no, we're never carrying them again. What we have on the shelf is what we have. I guess he just got so tired of people asking about the NES Classic, he just started making up shit.
Oh my god, yeah. I can imagine.
Never getting him.
Yeah,
Gone forever.
I have very low. I don't have a very high belief that there's going to be like any I'm ever going to see on a real shelf ever.
I'm feeling better than I was, and a part of it also comes from what some of the retailers are doing. ThinkGeek, for example, you know how ThinkGeek was doing that shit where they were bundling it.
Keep in mind,
That fucking garbage. Yeah,
That's kind of
Okay,
a
so
trend that's Amazon's.
One,
I would think,
they're
right?
not doing the bundles. They said due to popular request, we're selling them unbundled. Then they're going to check all orders to ensure only one has been purchased per shipping address, etc., etc. The Nintendo store in New York is ID checking everybody who makes a purchase. So not only
About fucking time, yeah.
They're
Wow.
checking for
You get one
citizenship. They're
purchase.
running it against your birth records.
No, you get one purchase on your card, on your credit card, and you have to prove it's your card. You have to prove that
Are you
you are
fucking
the
kidding
person.
me?
They're locking it down.
Wow.
You do this for concert tickets too?
Yeah, right. My
God,
Best
really?
Buy issued an official corporate statement today saying that they're going full Black Friday on this.
Yeah, that sounds about right if you ask me.
Ticket system and everything.
I mean, I guess.
Like this is being treated at
Well,
least
hold
the
on,
best
hold
way it's
on.
being
They were
treated,
doing
like,
that. They were doing
Black
that
Friday.
last year. They were doing that last year with the NES Classic.
Mm-hmm. They just hopefully they'll have more this time than like 6.
Now, I bet, like, tomorrow, if you come into, like, a GameStop and you want a Nintendo Switch, you're going to be treated like a sultan.
So, you know,
What
we
are
were
you
making
doing
jokes
here?
about Walmart.
Why did you come today?
So we were making jokes about Walmart, right? I actually got my Switch at Walmart.
Yeah, I can walk down to my Walmart right now and get the Switch with the Splatoon 2 bundle.
I recommend it.
You just
Splatoon
don't want to
2
get
is
it
great.
with Splatoon 2.
I just don't want to spend $379 on something I can't deduct on taxes.
The hell you don't.
That's exactly why I didn't get a Switch for so long.
Oh, hey,
I
Chris.
just finally got one. Yeah, I just got in here. My mic started working.
Get a Switch.
I'd
got
love
my
to.
Switch.
I'd want to
great.
buy one. I'd love to buy one.
Buy
but
another
they're
one.
Fucking expensive.
You just gotta hold out. I said I'm not getting this unless it's $300, and I didn't even have to get it. My girlfriend got it for me for my birthday.
For the
But
Mario.
still.
Oh,
Yeah, I paid $300 for mine.
But no,
Yeah.
that's all I see. It's worth it. I'm like, I'm not
I
paying
paid
$500 for 2
full
games.
price.
I've enjoyed mine. I've enjoyed a lot of games.
But I gotta
See, my review that went up today was positive. It was an 8.
Yeah, you did rabbits, didn't you?
Yeah.
I've been
you
seeing
did.
a lot more of them though in the malls around me. So there has been a resurgence of Switches. Like there's a Think Geek store in in a mall by me. Like I guess it's in Jersey it's like on the border of New York and Jersey, and they said they did have Switches in stock that they were selling. They just don't advertise it for whatever reason.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because of the mob.
I know, but it's like
Well,
it's
no,
like
no.
it's literally like I felt like it was a drug deal. It's like, yo,
Yeah.
I heard you talk about Switches. We got
Like
Switches.
you-
If you want to
like
switch?
you
I'm like,
can-
nah, man, I'm good. I got my own Switch. She goes, you sure? We got Switches. I was like, what kind of Switch you selling?
Like I have
What's
Like, I
the
don't know
bundle
what-
you got?
Do I want to try this Switch? Is it dangerous? Is it like, you
Yeah,
know?
really. Hey, man, first one's for free. The next time I gotta charge you.
I know.
That's a drug reference.
I have seen more Switches on
I've
like
watched
Get a
it.
bump of
shelves.
Joy-Con,
At
man.
best-
Drugs, like what the kids do.
I have seen more Switches on like store shelves at like Best Buy and like at GameStop than I ever saw the Wii U.
Isn't that
Oh, God, yeah.
weird? Yeah, it's
Yeah.
almost like they just underproduced the Wii U on purpose at some point.
You gotta be careful.
I mean, they
Because
definitely
nobody was
slowed
buying
it.
I think
Oh.
Nintendo's coming out from that. That may have been true, but I think they're trying to
I
get
think
away
they just
from that.
because they cornered both the console and the mobile market in one single console.
Yeah,
Uh,
like I saw when the Wii U was active, more of those like $99 Wiis, those cheap Wiis, than I ever saw the Wii U.
Oh, the red
Well, I
one.
mean, and,
Oh, the
yeah,
shitty
really?
red ones, yeah.
Yeah,
seen
and that's just like the PS2 as well. You know, the Slim, like that was going strong for a while. Actually, in the Xbox 360's launch year, again from that same reference to the Red Ring video I'd watched, the PS2 outsold the 360 in its launch year, and that thing was
Oh, yeah.
already 5-6 years old.
Yes, it's the PS2.
It's the PS2, man.
It
I
is
can't
the
wait until they
PS2.
come up with a PS2 Slim. Watch.
No,
Just-
that
here's a
already
thought. How
exists,
about-
Mook.
How about just release PS2 games on the PS4? Like more than
No,
like 2.
there's no money.
No,
in
no,
that.
no,
You
no,
gotta
'cause you
drive
want
the
that. You
nostalgia
want
train. I'm telling you, they're gonna do $150 for 200 PS2 games. They'll throw you a bone and tell you it's a. Did I lose you?
You know, I'm not gonna lie. I'd probably buy it.
I had to get up and go to
Okay.
my computer. He thought so.
Like,
hard
would it
about
be
that.
like
So-
a rare replay where you just get
Alright.
like, all the PS2 games in one disc?
But
God,
hold
that
up,
would be great.
they have that. It's called PSX. It's an emulator. No, but like for real though, what games would come on a PS2 Mini?
Oh, jeez. Well, hold
Katamari
on. Should we
Damacy.
even be talking
Dark
about
Cloud.
a PS1 mini?
God of War.
Fuck
Yeah,
PS1 Mini.
God of War 2, Metal Gear Solid 2, Metal Gear Solid 3, Metal Gear Solid 3 Subsistence. You have to have
Okay,
Okay, you
both.
can't
Same.
put 2 Metal Gear
Shadow
Solid
of
3s on it.
Colossus.
Sure you
Subsistence
can. They're
has-
entirely different.
Subsistence has Metal Gear Solid 3 in it. You can turn
Ah,
off
that's
the
a good point.
fancy camera.
Yeah, that's true. You can.
I mean, you could add the Spyro games.
Mmm.
This is
So,
true.
well-
You could do that.
The PS2 ones, or
Yeah, Ripto's Rage.
fir-
or,
First, they'd have to
those
start
are
with the
PSX.
PS1 Mini, right?
The Jack trilogy.
I'm all confused now.
3 Ratchet and Crank.
Oh yeah, the Ratchet and Clank
Cracks.
would be great.
Ratchet and Cranks.
Are we
What do
talking
I
about like
have?
illegal games right now? Ratchet
Like-
and Crank.
I have only ever gotten in my entire life one PS2 game to properly emulate, and it was Katamari Damacy.
Yeah, that
That's
sounds
it.
about right.
I got a PS2 for
Not
Christmas, and I
run,
got the
Cody
Buzz
would not
Lightyear
run.
video game for
Katamari
PS1.
Damacy, perfectly fine. No slowdown.
Yeah, emulator.
Yeah, yeah.
But sometimes
emulators
you
are
just
pretty
want
great.
something you plug it and play. Like you don't have to worry about
Yeah,
things.
Plug
Nah,
it into your
you know-
emulator.
And I'm gonna be honest with y'all. Speaking of all that, they've already torn down the SNES Classic and found that the chipset is basically identical. So I'm not saying I'm going to mess with it. I'm just saying I
Don't mess
could.
with
You're
it.
gonna mess with it.
For the sake of my ethicality, I'm not going to say I'm going to do it. I might.
Like,
Once you become
I-
bored with it, you're gonna do it.
It may fall off a truck and end up with a different chipset.
look,
Is that what you're saying?
There you go. It might fall down the stairs and all of a sudden have a bunch of
Okay,
games on
so
it.
real talk.
Here at No Witness News, we don't know what you know.
Would you rather have the Nintendo Switch with
Yes.
what's it, Virtual Console
Yes.
yes.
with the games
already
with the stuff in them?
The games with the stuff in them.
All right, would you rather have a Nintendo Switch with the SNES games on the Virtual Console, or would you rather have an SNES Mini that has whatchamacallit? An SNES Mini that has like downloadable games that you can download more of?
I already have that
Already have
one.
a
It's called the Raspberry Pi.
Okay,
but
like
Ryan, you got it
all
because you
legal,
couldn't get an
like you
NES
people
Mini.
are a big fan of.
Okay.
Switch.
To answer your question, I would prefer Virtual Console. Like that's
Yeah.
already kind of how I feel. Like half of getting this SNES Classic is for Star Fox 2, just cause. But yeah,
That's
I'd
not on the
prefer
SNES.
I just prefer they sell me the games. Just let me buy what I want.
Yeah. Like, I mean, I'd really love to have the SNES Classic. It would look cool on a shelf. I would probably play it a lot more than the NES Classic. But, I mean, I already have a way to play those games on a television.
Yeah, emulators.
See, I
Yeah.
want less stuff on my shelf though. I just want like
So-
one machine that plays it all.
So
Like, I'm
here's
tired
the
of
other
all
thing.
different consoles.
Oh yeah.
Would you also have, because the SNES Mini, it has a spot where you could put in a thing theoretically if it wasn't just solid plastic. Would you buy the SNES Mini at like, instead of $80, say 40 for the thing, right? And then every company, Capcom, Konami, Nintendo,
They
whoever,
just republish all the
puts out-
old cartridges.
Like, put out games on, like, an SD card or something.
will get like a cartridge of like Konami's best of hits, which is Castlevania, Contra, and nothing, and then get all the best fucking Capcom games, which is like 12 different versions of Street Fighter 2, and then get like
that
know.
is true.
But I think that's going to end up costing you more in the end because companies can be like, "Oh, $40 for ours."
Yeah,
you know?
no, but
Yeah,
that
and
way
then
you
get
get
all the shovelware, but then you get all the other licensed games. Like,
no, but
all the people like me who had like Goof Troop, the Disney licensed games, and they didn't get to have A Link to the Past on their actual Super Nintendo.
Yeah, the people who wound up only having Jelly Boy instead of anything any good.
Or, Ryan, I've described this to you, but I don't know about anybody else. I had a Sonic the Hedgehog ripoff starring Speedy Gonzalez.
That game, oh my god.
You know that one?
Oh, gee.
That's a good one.
Expecting, potentially more of the same with the SNES Classic. Like, it's gonna be this big, giant, long-ass line outside of a GameStop, and then you'll never see another one again.
Nor will anybody really care after it comes out.
They're
especially
not.
when the Virtual Console comes out.
Yeah, I'm still
It's a
waiting
collector's
for
thing.
it.
It's like anything else, you know. They're like baseball cards, you know.
The hell was that?
Magic, it's like anything. It's like you collect it just because it's limited and you want it, you like it.
yeah, no, I get the lust of having like, oh man, I got that shit that nobody else has got.
It's the culture of memetic.
Of the what? The medic?
Culture of memetics, like memeing.
Oh
Where
Jesus!
no,
What?
seriously, because we have to have a certain thing that everybody else has. It's like,
That's not what memetics is.
It's a different kind.
Right. Memetics is the idea that muscle memory is genetically transmitted.
I think what he's trying to say is
I
it's
get what he's
so
trying
neat.
to say.
I'm shooting
I
his
want
jackals.
both.
Excuse me.
You wombo. Did you put on Grunt Birthday Party?
Me, he, we, Wumbo. Oh, fucking, there you go. That's a game you should play on stream.
What's that?
Fucking, what's it?
Battle for Bikini Bottom.
No, Daddies.
I'd watch you play that.
What, Battle for Bikini Bottom? That game's broken.
No, what's
I
the
know.
weird? Where's the dating dads simulator? Fuck.
Dream Daddy.
Dream
Yeah,
Daddy.
Dream Daddy, the Game Grumps game.
Let's watch Evan awkwardly confront sexuality live on stream.
See, why is this Miles, you keep suggesting for me to play games on the stream that are very story involved, and that doesn't really work, because we're
What are you
having a
talking about?
conversation.
Another Metroid 2 remake is literally jump and shoot, man.
Yes, apart from that one, everything else. When you tell me to play Valhalla or
EDF
Steins
is
Gate.
the least story-driven game I've ever met.
And you have met that game. Okay, I wasn't thinking of EDF. I am sorry.
It's more it's less story. It's less story-driven than Roller Coaster Tycoon.
Yes. Does Roller Coaster Tycoon? Roller Coaster Tycoon. You play as a guy who has dreams, and his dreams is to be a roller coaster tycoon. Fucking EDF, you play as a big guy, and you fight ants.
For the record, I would play Roller Toaster Tycoon.
Roller Toaster Tycoon?
Roller
Are you
Coaster
making-
Cocoon.
Are you making fun of the fact that I have brain problems?
Yeah.
I'm not stroking out. Are you stroking out?
Where's that golden skull? I know it's here somewhere.
Roller Toger
Is this a completely new save, Evan?
Yeah.
Oh, it's straight ahead, straight ahead. You
What,
gotta go, yeah, down here.
Are you
no,
watching?
Wait,
Where are
yeah,
you
I'm watching the
watching?
stream. I'm
No,
watching the
you're
stream.
behind.
Streams up? Yeah, what's up?
I know.
Yes.
You're at the sniper.
You're way behind. I don't know where I am
Damn it.
on the stream.
You just picked up the sniper on the stream. I'm just reliving this moment.
I do love the idea of stroller toaster
There-
baboon.
There is this skull at the end on the I don't know where you are, but it's at the end on the top of the building.
Wait.
Top of the building.
You know when you get all the way to the end and you're by the dam?
Dude, it's been so long.
I remember every mission.
got
I
so
can
far.
imagine. You could just describe a scene and I'll remember the mission and where to go.
Oh, God. I learned how to play Halo 2 on your Xbox, Chris.
Halo. I love
Great
Halo
pop.
2. I just did. What was it? What was the mission you got the Scorpion tank in? I just played that over and over. This was fucking awesome.
So Halo 3, huh?
Yeah, 10 years. I feel old.
I have never played a
That
Halo
big-
game.
Really?
Really?
Not one
I've
at all?
Halo's a game.
I've-
Go get Master Chief Collection because it's probably dirt cheap now if you have an
Well,
Xbox.
No! Do not
No,
get Master Chief Collection.
Yeah,
No, I'm saying-
that's broken as fuck, man.
No,
I've
you
ne-
just go through the story. Just go through
There-
like couch co-op. Have Halo 1, 2, and 3 were played.
There are
Play
two
Halo
reasons why-
CE and then stop.
Halo CE is pretty great.
Well, there are two
Super
reasons why I
good.
never played Halo. The first off is that I never had an Xbox. Second off, I just don't really like FPSs.
Good. Then play Halo Wars. It's
No,
Halo
you
as
can
it was
skip
always
Halo
meant to
Wars.
be.
I think anybody can have fun with
Terrible
Halo.
RTS.
I think anybody can have fun playing Halo 1, 2, and 3, like co-op with just their friends. It's like an action movie in space.
I had fun playing Halo by myself because I don't have friends.
We could have played together. There
We
you go.
played this split screen, Miles, I thought, didn't we?
Yes, we did. I was obviously being facetious.
Oh.
I have friends. You're one of them. I'm also just a monster, so that's fine.
Yeah, but I'm pretty sure it's like because we both got Xbox Live around the same time, like right around when Halo 3 came out, and it was like this was like the game everyone played. This and like Call of Duty,
But this
Modern
game
Warfare,
was
which will be 10 years in November, right?
This game was the one reason. This game is wait.
This
10
game
years?
came out, and then Modern Warfare came out like November.
Oh yeah. You're right.
So that's going to be the 10-year anniversary for that.
And you know what's funny? I owned that, and I tell people, "Oh, that's the only Call of Duty I ever owned." I didn't really play it. You know why? Because this game was my life for 2 years.
Yeah, that especially like Forge, like that game lasted for so long with Forge.
Like, this was the game that gave me the most replay value because it was the one where I was so involved in it that I got suckered into every bit of DLC because it was still early in online gaming, kind of taking advantage of that. Where they just kept rolling out new content.
And like the community was so big. You had like Griffball, you had, what was it, Halo on Halo when people made the giant rings to race around.
Yeah, well, plus they kept, Forge allowed people to just keep making new maps, and then once that kind of started getting stale, they made a new.
I think that's the one thing all games have to like. They have to have some sort of custom map editor like that.
Except here's the thing: is that it's. I think that no game other than GTA 5, unless I'm mistaken, has really allowed people to go full ham with their map editing.
Uncharted kind of did, but I don't think they like not like Halo and GTA did.
Yeah.
But like I've seen some of the stuff from Halo 5, what people make, and they're making games within the game.
Yeah.
It's insane how talented some people are.
Did GTA 4 have a map editor, or was it just 5?
It has a slight map editor. You can like I guess put ramps and other like basic things like that. You can't like edit like buildings out.
God, this is killing me.
What happened?
Oh, just lots of big hairy brutes. Just like no context. Let me see.
See, for me, and you're all gonna laugh at me for this, but when it was that period of time when Halo 3 was coming out, I was actually ready to see the campaign end. Like, I wanted
of Halo 3?
I wanted to see the war end. I was actually invested. Yeah, Halo 2 ended with, it going Little Shop of Horrors, but I wasn't against that. I love weird shit in games. So
finish the fight.
All right, it was neat for the time.
Oh, it was stupid.
Upon realizing,
freaking awesome, get it right.
It was stupid, but I loved it.
Exactly. Yeah, you can look back on it now and you're like, it's
like,
not
of course
that
this
story,
game would end with a fever dream.
Okay, but for real though, the fucking Master Chief Collection or whatever, or no, the Halo 2 remake, or remaster, or redux, or whatever.
On the Master Chief Collection, yes.
Yeah.
Was that what it was?
Yeah.
Yeah, that Master Chief Collection was Halo Combat Evolved with its remaster, and then they remastered Halo 2 for it.
God,
and Halo 3 was the same.
Combat Evolved remaster looks like ass.
Was it?
Well, it's hard because you don't want to like break the charm of the old Halo, and you don't want to like make it unfamiliar. I guess that was the idea.
Like, they should have just upscaled the whole thing and just called it a day. I don't know, man.
I don't think they could though. Like, I mean, there was nothing really to look at when you go back and play CE.
I could look at it enough. I don't know.
I mean, grunts were like 12 triangles.
Yes, they were. That is true.
Yeah. Dude, the Halo's... Okay, play CE again. CE holds up better than you'd ever imagine.
It holds up. The game is great. Just saying, I'm fine with the remaster. Make it a little prettier. It's still the same game.
Yarp.
Yeah, I mean, so anyway, the campaign, I was really excited to see it end, and it pissed me off.
What about it? What about it?
I was happy to see it end.
That half the game is just a replay of the first one, which, the first one's great, but I played it. I didn't want to play it again for an entirely different game, and it has you do that for half the game. And then it just kind of... the last boss is... Okay, I hate quoting Yahtzee because he still works for the Escapist, but...
Understandable.
But
I know, somebody who pays him, that communist fuck.
Yeah,
what a sellout.
What a sellout. Anyway, but he compared fighting Guilty Spark at the end to fighting a cross-eyed, wheelchair-ridden hobbit with the BFG 9000. And that's still the most accurate that boss fight has ever been described.
You mean to tell me that that doesn't sound amazing?
I mean, everybody complains about, the grave mind, but I mean, why is the floating orb the end of your trilogy? Why is that the best you can muster?
An orb.
They've never really had like
the money ran out
boss guy.
Well, and then you look at Destiny and you're like, oh look, floating robot things that talk snarkily back to you. I've seen that before. I've had problems with Bungie ever since Halo 3.
What FPS really has a big bad boss that you could like?
Doom.
Doom.
Yeah, dude.
Every Doom.
Everything.
No, I'm talking about the games that came out around then, though.
Okay, yo.
Well, also keep in mind this game coming out was like
you
the
fight
biggest,
Robot
the biggest
Hitler.
thing.
Robot Hitler, man.
That is true.
Robot Hitler even.
A concept that is its own punch. Now, that being said, about Halo 3 coming out, like other stuff around then, this was like the biggest thing at the time, man. When this came out, this was like gospel for mature gaming. Like this was the thing.
In 2007.
I mean,
yeah, well,
it was alright.
BS is the only thing I have. Let me see.
Yeah, there was literally like Mountain Dew that was flavored like the blood of the Covenant enemy.
Okay, I loved that Mountain Dew. I will say that
I
much.
never liked Mountain Dew, and I loved that Mountain Dew.
Did you?
I love when they bring it back every year now for Call of Duty.
Do they?
Yeah, I'm a consumer worm. I am one of those consumer worms. Fight me.
You do the do?
Yeah.
Oh God.
I'll own it. Yeah.
Fair enough.
I am one of those people. I'm not proud of it. But
There's nothing wrong with it. It's just horribly wrong.
They were still making the Game Boy Advance in 2007.
Dude,
They
Fuck
sure
off. Were they really?
yeah, they were.
Yeah.
Of course.
Pretty much all the games they made for were like adaptations of Disney movies.
Well, so keep in mind they were. That was when the DS was out at that point for maybe what 3 years.
Already out, yeah.
Well, no, but it was backwards compatible with Game Boy Advance, so they were gonna keep making Game Boy Advance games.
Yeah.
Yo,
So,
the DS is super good.
yeah.
Yep. Is this the year that when did the Game Boy, the GBA Micro?
Micro was before.
I never had the
I was
Micro.
still playing Yu-Gi-Oh when Micro was out, so that's going way back.
2005.
I never saw the appeal of the Micro.
Have
Yeah,
you seen a Micro in person?
They're kind of cool.
It looks like something you get like in a McDonald's like Happy Meal.
Yeah.
With a preloaded game that turns out to just be like, not even like
Okay.
that 8-bit, like that,
And
just
yet
those
people
lines and
love
dashes.
the fucking Micro.
How much did it come out for? Let's start there.
Oh,
$75.
God. Yeah, it wasn't a lot.
Over under. Place your bets.
I would guess maybe like 80 for that thing.
So you're
Damn
going
it. 60.
No.
I'm wrong, but well, somebody has to take the low bet.
Okay, the system retailed for $99 US.
Fuck
Hey.
sake!
Right.
Wow, that's kind of a lot.
$79
That's
for Game Boy
very a
Advance.
lot. Are you
The
kidding?
SP was $80.
Dude, that thing was the size of your thumb.
Dude,
I'm
the,
looking at a picture
the
now.
SP though. I actually
Okay, so
just
whoever took the over, you won. You didn't win any money, but you know you won the moral victory.
while
Price
I was
is right,
digging
right?
around for
That's
my
what
Xbox
matters.
360 controller, I came across my SP, and it still works.
Hey.
I saw
That-
my SP.
that thing is
I'm looking at it
amazing.
right now.
Well,
I
I
got
mean,
Ruby in it.
the appeal of the Game Boy Micro over like the original Game Boy Advance, where you couldn't see the screen unless you like taped the sun to it.
But that
That
was
was
like,
probably-
but,
No,
so
the
that
Micro
was
came out I think after the SP, and
Correct. Yeah.
the
yeah.
SP had backlight, so. Even the game,
Dude, I knew people who modded their the original Game Boy Advance to work with a backlight.
Yeah.
I remember my parents buying me one of those things that like plugged in. And it was like a huge.
Oh my God, I
The
had
dongle
fucking
thing.
worm light? Yeah.
I had that for the Game Boy Color. It was like a squiggly
Hey,
light that came
yeah.
out the side. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay, real talk though, the fucking worm light was legit. Like that's the only
Yeah,
way
and
to
you
play
got,
your.
like, and you got
It was
like
a reading light.
like,
It was a
LED
reading light for your
shining
Game
onto
Boy.
screen.
Yep. Dude, that's the only way to play your Game Boy Color.
That was the only way you could play it unless you were like driving by streetlights and you're like, up, move 5 inches, up, move 5 inches.
Yeah, and
Yep.
then your color was all washed out in like violet.
Yeah, but there wasn't
Uh,
much color going on anyway.
Okay, that being said, the Game Boy Advance screens surprisingly crisp, considering they were like the first ever LCD handhelds.
Yeah, they
They
put
were
a lot
some
of money
bright
into
But they
that.
were also the faintest things in the world.
Oh yeah, no, it's not perfect.
They're like
by any means,
a butterfly.
The
Beautiful to
SP,
look at,
it's not that
but
faint.
die easily.
No, the GBA original.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
Oh yeah.
But like, it really speaks to how fucking old I am, dude. The Game Boy Advance is tiny.
I have one like somewhere in my house.
You know, the
I don't remember
SP.
where I
Every
put it.
time I look at my old SP that I've had since 2003, so I was 12, I'm like, oh, this is exactly the size that I remember it being. I must have had man hands at the age of 12.
You really did.
You could probably
Shut
turn it
up.
on. You can probably turn it on right now.
Speaking
And
of Game Boy games, did anybody else buy Gold and Silver Virtual Console?
I'm thinking about it when I get whenever I buy the 2DS XL, whenever that is, ever.
Probably never.
It's gonna be better to Switch by the end of the year.
So I was shocked to find that it surprisingly holds up when it's allowed to be like backlit and shit. Like,
oh no! It's a killer game. Like I wasted a couple years ago just playing it on my Game Boy Color, even though I think the DS versions of those games improve on them in any way. The original,
absolutely. That's what I was gonna say. It's like the remakes are probably the best Pokemon's ever been. So I don't
know. It's gonna be hard to top Fire Red and Leaf Green. They're still using that for fucking Neo Coliseum, man.
Like, but the thing is with Leaf Green and Fire Red, they fixed so many problems with the original Red and Blue.
Oh yeah.
So
like how the dragons are just immortal.
But
everything about the original Red and Blue are broken. Like I bought the virtual consoles of those two, and even like comparing them to Gold and Silver, the originals, night and day. Holy
crap. Is
crap.
Missing No still in Red and the virtual console?
Yeah, they didn't change anything. You can still do the Mew glitch too.
Awesome.
You can't port the Mew to Sun and Moon though if you cheat.
Damn it.
But Gold and Silver, I mean, they still hold up in a way that Red and Blue don't.
Yeah, they really do.
Isn't that interesting? I've mentioned before, Gold is the only one of those like standard Pokemon, no, not standard, but like the definitive Pokemon RPG that I have completed, like 100%. Like that's the only one.
I think because it had both regions. The game was much more fleshed out. It felt like a lot longer than just like the 8 gyms.
It was a fully realized version of what they're trying to do.
Like no other game's been that big, right? Like it's never like been like a 2.
Oh yeah, and that's because Iwata personally coded so it would fit. Because they couldn't figure it out.
Yeah, and then they do even more with it with Heart Gold and Souls for like all the stuff that he couldn't like get in like the Safari Zone. That's all fleshed out.
I never understood the Safari Zone. Like, what a cool way to get a Genghis Khan, I guess. But like, why? Why would you throw rocks at a Pokemon, you fucking monster?
In the Heart Gold Soul Silver versions, it's like a very specific, different kind of thing where you like mess with like terrain editors and stuff.
Oh yeah, it's a lot of fun.
Yeah, way more fun than throwing rocks at Pokemon.
Terrain editors, what the fuck? What was the one? Okay, hold up. What was the one where you would have the secret base?
That was Ruby and Sapphire.
Ruby and Sapphire, that was the one I never played.
Yeah.
Fucking okay, was that also the one where you had the Pokeblocks? And you would have to make
that was
berries
Diamond and Pearl. That was Diamond and Pearl.
Was it really? I feel like it was earlier.
Remember Ruby
I'm such a nerd.
I'm almost positive I've never played a DS Pokemon game.
Well, I mean, you know about the Pokeblocks, so you played that.
Wasn't that in a thing? The video game?
No, it's Diamond Pearl.
Was it?
Yeah.
Fuck, my memory's going and I'm old. Jesus Christ.
How is Gold and Silver on the DS though? How does it?
I mean, I cannot stress enough. It holds up a lot. Yeah, like you can't even use save states or anything. Like you have to play it just as it was on the Game Boy.
Oh, so no cheating, huh?
Oh well, you could cheat. Like you can still reset it for cloning. Like there's no save state. So if you if you go to the touchscreen like normally in a virtual console game, you could like save your place. This doesn't do that, so you can still do the cloning tricks and everything.
Cool, I remember that.
Like they didn't take any of the glitches out. It's kind of amazing.
And how much is it?
It's $10, but you get a theme.
I mean that's definitely worth it. That's a great game for $10.
Yeah, and it gives you a code, so if you end up getting the new for that too.
Oh yeah,
So I mean, it's not bad for $10. It's
$1 an hour.
Dollar an
Okay,
hour.
I'm only 4
You
gyms
can-
in. I've spent 10, almost 11 hours on this game. I'm just enjoying myself.
Oh, so
Damn,
you
son.
have to deal with that milk tank, don't you?
Oh god, that milk tank is the
Oh.
worst.
I like
I've been
how you
trying to
say
explain
it
to
like
my-
a swear.
One, yeah.
That's
I love that she cries when you beat her because she deserves it. Ever since I was a kid, I've just enjoyed making women.
Who's your starter?
Always Totodile.
I was gonna say,
Yeah,
yep,
me too.
that's why you hate Milk Tank.
I named him Bruce.
Nah, dude,
You
for
know-
alligator's the best. I mean, he's like an alligator or a crocodile.
Whichever one
he's
you
a
want.
rock star,
You know-
and he's an MMA. Like, he's a freaking WWE superstar. Look at him.
Yeah.
The entire time playing Pokemon games, I've never picked the grass starter.
The only grass starter that's worth picking is the new one for Sun and Moon because he's an owl with a bow tie.
Like, apparently Bulbasaur
Type.
you can do real well with in Red and Blue, but I've just never liked grass attacks.
Most of them aren't good.
Usually, what you did is you got the game at the same time as your friend, and you just had him keep making accounts, send you all the starters, like 2 of each, and then you would just send him back the ones he needed to.
I mean that would work.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but
I-
like,
I guess I'm one of those beta cuck males that only had grass type.
Now, there's nothing wrong with grass type. It's just Rowlet is the best grass type when it comes to starters.
There's nothing wrong with grass type. It's just there's everything wrong with it.
yeah, like
There's
the
nothing wrong with
attacks.
grass type. It's just it's
Yeah,
garbage.
what are you, a
play-
vegan?
We're
Well,
garbage people.
Every water starter could just learn an ice move and nullify that advantage pretty quickly.
Fair.
Like, I'm pretty sure they could all learn ice beam at least.
I don't know why every grass starter's got to have a leaf on it. Like in some way,
Because
shape, or
it's a
form.
grass.
Trico doesn't. Trico doesn't. It's just green.
I mean, doesn't he have like the wing things that are kind of like a leaf?
Yeah, when he evolves.
Yeah.
At some point, they all got a leaf on them.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's true.
Well,
I
how
guess
do you
it-
put a water on a water like that?
There you go. There you go. That's why I like them.
Greninja's got
A tongue. Yeah, a tongue.
which is like, oh, that's hot.
No, it's like look at Fraligator. He looks like a fish. You know he's water. I don't need no leaf to
he
tell me.
looks like an alligator. Yeah.
He doesn't have a water bottle. It's not like a canteen. He goes, yeah, throw this at you.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, all of the fire types have fire on them in some
I
way.
didn't choose fire. That's why. Lazy character design, if you ask me.
Nah. Did you see the? Okay, so since we're talking about this, did you guys see those new Ultra that they announced?
What you cut out?
Right.
The what?
It's in the Nintendo Direct, but basically these Ultra Beasts are like eldritch horror monsters.
Oh, they're
Like, they
doing
don't have-
these things.
Yeah, they don't have like faces or anything,
What
and
the
it's
fuck?
it basically looks like people keep saying like, oh, this Pokemon's keys, they're not creative, and they're like, oh, you don't think we're creative, all right? Okay, here's a clown that's also a dandelion and looks like Kefka from Final Fantasy IV. How's
all right.
that?
I'm
How's
back in.
that?
That's what I want from Pokemon.
The
Does it
Ultra
play
Beasts are
Kefka's
so weird.
theme?
I'm going to when
I
the
wanna-
new ones come out.
I want a game filled with all Mr. Mimes.
I'm gonna take it.
Have
And just
you
name it. Wop 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 wop.
Have you seen the Pokemon Tree of Life, and it shows like all like the relations between every Pokemon from like whichever the starting one like
The
God name was.
Pokemon lore is so weird.
And it's like Mr. Mime is like a cousin of humans. So at
Is
some
it
point, like,
Is it even
Like-
consistent, the lore, or what?
Okay, so the way that they make it work now is that everything's an alternate universe. So everything before X and Y happened in an entirely different universe than
course.
everything now.
Because that's the
Fuck off,
easy-
are you
that's-
serious?
That's the
Yeah.
Gone
cop-out.
Doctor Who.
Who cares?
And then like they took it one step further. So all these weird talking about, they come from like the in between spaces between realities. That's
What
why
the-
they look so freaking
This is
weird.
Pokemon, right?
Yeah,
Yep.
this is Pokemon. I'm not
We all
kidding
live.
with you. This
I
is all
still-
canon. This is all canon.
I'm gonna be a 4-year-old trainer who's out there to win the tournament. Also, I've dealt with the demons in between worlds.
And
Like,
I've
that's
taken out a
literally
mob
the
boss.
plot.
You start with taking out a
Awesome.
mob boss.
I still
Okay.
Oh
think
yeah. Oh yeah. One of them is
No.
like a venom parasite too, like from Spider-Man, and it's amazing.
Okay.
I love it.
Here's
Real
your Tree
talk?
of Life.
That's some Warhammer 40k shit. We're talking like Pokemon come from the warp.
I still think the craziest thing about Pokemon is that the original anime is still running, and there have been 986 episodes of it.
Not only
yeah,
is it still running, it's good again.
Yeah, and Brock, like,
986
did you see Brock without his shirt
episodes.
on?
Dude,
jeez.
don't even get me started. All right, so okay.
And he starts.
Okay, yo. All right, somebody at Nintendo of America is paying the fuck attention, and I'm super excited. When they reintroduce Brock and Misty, they're doing their like trainer poses from the original
games.
Red and Blue. That is, that's great attention to detail.
And Brock is ripped, like, you know.
Oh
how
no,
he spends forever
dude,
hitting on
he's
the women?
fucking shredded. Also, fucking Misty pops her top off. What even is Pokemon anymore?
Well, did you like? It's filled with JoJo references and like.
Yeah,
Pokemon
Wait,
yeah,
Go
it is.
now.
Is it really?
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's a motherfucking JoJo reference.
it's amazing.
Like the new Pokemon game?
no, like
the
Sun and
Pokemon
Moon anime.
show
Oh, the show.
It's making JoJo references. That show you refuse to watch.
It's gone.
I did not
completely
say
off
I'm
the rails.
refusing to watch
calling you out.
JoJo.
Oh, but JoJo's so good.
JoJo is
Dude,
good. I've seen the first 2 seasons.
Well,
Th-
that's
Why would you stop there?
I just happened. Why? Because season 3 hadn't come out yet, and I hadn't kept up.
That's like getting like the most vigorous hand job, and right before you're done, you're like, "Yep, nope, good here. Thank
That's
you
a
for
heck
your
of-
time. We can stop now."
That's a heck of a way of putting it.
Why would you stop before season 3? Season 3 is when they go like, "Oh, hey, did we make it to season 3? Here's all of this money."
Money.
This literally season 3 is when they go, "Oh, the show can have a budget." Okay, like that's they were saving it. Part 1 and part 2 is to go, "Hey, we can do a JoJo." Part 3 and part 4 is, "I fucking love JoJo."
All right, fine. I'll watch it.
Dude, okay, I cannot believe you would stop at season 3. Offended.
You know what else you're offended by?
Everything.
But especially
What?
Metal Gear Solid 5.
Oh yeah, that's free next month.
Yeah.
I can
Why?
finally
I
play
don't
it.
know. Oh, have you not played it?
I have not played it.
Oh, interesting.
It fell in the cracks, so I didn't get a chance to play it. And I'm very excited.
Did you buy it?
No,
Oh, okay. Well, good.
No.
That's
why I'm excited.
For
Like,
no
I don't-
money, so
Konami
that
doesn't
Konami
get
makes
my money.
no money on it.
exactly.
That's still questionable. So remember,
I mean, I know they get some money, like that. That's obvious, but
no, what's the name of the guys we interviewed?
You and me?
Yeah.
From
Fuck.
where?
Damn it! It was a really good game.
Fury?
Fury. Thank you.
Yeah, because that game launched as a PS Plus game.
Yeah. So every time
Oh, yeah.
somebody downloads it on PS Plus, they get a stipend from
Sony.
PlayStation. Yeah, but like every time you download it, somebody gets cash.
yeah, that's fine. It's just not me giving Konami. Like they have to take Sony's dirty money. That's fine.
Fine.
It's fine. Like it's not a perfect situation. I get that. There's not gonna be one.
But at least it's none of your own money going to Konami.
It's none of my money. I get the moral high
I
ground.
guess.
I get the moral high ground.
No,
That's-
Anakin. I have the high ground.
Yeah, so anyway, yeah, I was just kind of curious, like, as to how many people out there who were potentially going to play Metal Gear Solid 5 hadn't already bought it or were never going to play it. But,
Okay, let's be fair. If you haven't played Metal Gear Solid 5, don't. Play Metal Gear Play Metal Gear Solid 1,
1, 2, 3, and 4, and Peace Walker.
4. I mean, 1, 2, 3, and 4. You can. Okay, so 5 has retroactively ruined Peace Walker and
Unfortunately.
Ground Zeroes because, I mean, fuck it. Like, actually, you can say like Peace Walker, Ground Zeroes is where all of that should have ended. Ground Zeroes is a great game. It's narratively solid. That's how fucking Big Boss dies. That's the coma he ends up in, and then fucking whatever. But like,
That's your headcanon?
dude, the headcanon is so fucked. Like, honestly, 1, 2, 3, and 4, that's it. You're done. Good. You don't even have to play. I like the MSX games, but like
when they're playable. But look at it this way: 5, at least the engine's good as like a open world stealth concept. If you were to just play it strictly for gameplay, sure.
Yeah, I mean, it's a good game. It's a good engine. It's
I'm not. Bad Metal Gear Solid.
I'm not there for Metal Gear for the game. I'm there for like. If I could play Metal Gear Solid as a virtual novel, I'd do that.
There's another writer we have that I feel like needs to be involved in this conversation about Metal Gear.
I got bored of Metal Gear Solid 5.
Get him in. I will fight anybody on Metal Gear.
Who are you talking about?
We need Jen. What is she doing right now?
That's right.
She's literally in love with Metal Gear Solid.
Okay.
Miles, she's the one that interviewed David Hayter and not you.
Motherfucker.
I'm Chevy Chase and you're not. And she interviewed David Hayter.
Dude, get her in here. Senpai noticed her, alright? I'm upset.
That's exactly what she did too. That's the funny part about that.
Alright. Where am I going? There's not really... If I'm not paying attention to the chatter and the radio in this game,
where
there's
am I
very
going?
little sense of direction.
Spooky, scary skeletons.
Up top.
Alright, yeah, that's right. I need to make a Halloween playlist.
What?
Halloween?
You guys remind me, I need to make a Halloween playlist for this site.
Yeah, we do.
Do the Monster Mash.
We should reshare some of Justin's... Justin did a ton of great Halloween game, horror game review.
It was a graveyard smash.
What? Sorry, we were nerding out.
Oh no, Justin on the site, he loves horror stuff, and he did a bunch of horror game coverage, like classic games.
Classic horror games?
Yeah, he did that. Wow, I just totally murdered myself by accident.
I mean, I wish it was otherwise. Old horror games don't hold up, because part of the spookiness is the mechanics. And once the mechanics become dated, it becomes like a horror movie. A wackadoo, like, goofy romp through... Like, I'd say, thematically, Resident Evil, the original one, is still spooky.
Unfortunately, it does not play like a video game.
It plays like a tank control.
Yeah.
Which, that's fine, dude. Like, I love me some goofy-ass tank controls. But just...
Ooh. Oh, that big monkey killed me pretty bad.
They usually do, Evan. They usually do.
Enough with the big monkeys. Alright. Not much else going on here. Does anybody have thoughts on the Red Dead Redemption 2 trailer?
I'm actually interested in it.
Could be good.
That's how it's going to be.
It's interesting though that we've yet to see anything regarding gameplay.
I really hope they changed the name.
They didn't do that for GTA for a while too either.
No, did they do an engine trailer and then a story trailer?
Yeah, they did. They did like the show off. Then it was like, oh, this is going to be your story, and they kind of introduced the whole thing of you playing 3 different characters.
Man, fuck Gizmodo.
And then after the game came out, then they had the multiplayer trailer, and it's like, oh yeah, you're going to live in a mansion apartment thing. And
it was all narrated.
Yeah, and it's like you're going to hang out with all your friends, but in reality, it just turned into like a giant all-out war zone with like NPCs. And now it's just ridiculous. You can get like trucks with tanks, and you can get the plane from the Expendables now.
Speaking though of GTA 5 and its influence on this, I'm heavily looking forward to paying microtransactions for horses. I'm super looking forward to that.
Oh yeah.
I didn't pick sarcasm.
Well, I mean, I can't say it's actually going to happen. I have.
No,
to.
you're gonna get like what was the horse from the first game? What was it? The zebra donkey? Like it would just it just wouldn't stop. Like a multiplayer would just like sprint across the screen, like an infinite stamina. It's gonna suck having to pay for ammo. I think that's the most annoying part of those games on multiplayer.
Hold on, is that a thing? Paying for
well, like
ammo?
in GTA 5, it's like you have to buy ammunition. So at the beginning of the game, it's like you can't even use any of the guns.
Oh,
it's like
God.
you get to a point though where money doesn't really
online
matter
bit.
unless you want like fancy stuff.
Like in real life.
Yeah. No, there will be an online component. Calling it like.
Yeah.
Well, there wasn't
Red
the
Dead.
first one.
Well, I mean,
The
like
first
one
one-
similar to GTA Online.
Well,
The first one
like
was
in the
bare
first one.
bones.
the first Red Dead Redemption established a lot of stuff that was not in GTA 4 Online and ended up in GTA 5 Online.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
It's very
like, we're gonna
bare bones
see it.
open world.
Oh,
We're
fuck,
gonna
that's
see
right. GTA 4
credits.
had an online.
Yeah, it wasn't great, but it worked.
It was kind of like you built your own server in a world and then could do whatever you want in that world.
Basically.
But
Huh.
no, I remember Red Dead. It was like you could walk into a town, and you'd hear other like people talking, playing the game,
Yeah.
and like they're trying to get the highest bounty they can, and then you just shoot them, and they start cursing at you. 'Cause
Again,
that was those are the old days of Xbox.
I'm the only person who still thinks this. I really hope they change the name.
Red Dead Redemption,
yeah,
Red Dead Redemption 2.
RD, R. I
Why,
kept on
you-
calling it R2D2.
RDRR, Bart.
Oh, I thought you were trying to say that they should name it Red Dead 3 to acknowledge the first game.
A lot of people think it's a prequel.
Well, yeah, no, because like Red Dead Revolver, Red Dead Redemption, Red Dead. Give me another R word.
Well,
Red Rover.
it's a sequel to Redemption. It's not a sequel to
It's a
Revolver.
prequel to Redemption.
I've heard prequel.
Resurrection?
Also,
Red Dead Resurrection?
I mean-
No, Ryan,
Red
it
Dead
already
Nightmare.
exists. It's Undead Nightmare.
Red Dead Revengeance.
Red
Perfect.
Dead better than
Revengeance.
Red.
print it. No, but like, okay, so Red Dead Revolver is canon in the Red Dead Redemption oeuvre, or whatever you want to call it, the universe.
So I'm starting to get report. I hate to take us back to this, but I'm getting reports of people already in line for the SNES.
Oh, yeah, I saw that
Oh,
earlier.
God.
Doesn't that come out tomorrow?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or is there a midnight launch? I didn't pay attention.
Well, Walmarts are open 24/7. Yes.
Some Walmarts.
I am so glad that we don't have a Walmart on the island that me and Evan live in.
I don't have a Walmart either.
I don't have a
Good.
24-hour
Don't
Walmart.
ever get a Walmart.
Yeah, avoid that at all costs. having a
Walmarts
Walmart.
are the fucking the devil's magic.
All I have is
Oh,
Target.
wow, yeah. People are totally lining up for this dang thing.
Yeah.
Gross. Did you know that people are constantly the worst?
Yes.
I mean, so I'm one of these terrible people. So, I mean, if I didn't
Okay,
have one secured
but you're-
already,
Like, you're also not going to start scalping it immediately.
no,
Says
You're not
who?
gonna buy 12 and then try and sell
Oh.
13.
no, I'm gonna bring it home immediately and capturing footage, just to make sure I can.
Fair enough. Do we know what it outputs with?
It's HDMI. I should be able to use my Elgato.
But, so it's 10, is it pixel perfect? Like
There's
1080?
there's multiple modes, but Pixel Perfect's one of
No 4K.
them. Ugh.
I want
That's
to
why I
play
had
my
to say that.
I want to play my Mario in 60 FPS 4K.
Goddamn, 60 FPS. What are you, new? I wanted 120. If I
Speaking
can't
of
see
ridiculous
every-
Mario levels,
Where what?
You cut out.
or not Mario Kart? Where's Mario Maker Switch? I said,
Yeah!
Oh, I'm sure it's on its way at
Give
some
it,
point.
give it time. Give it
Don't
time.
worry, it's coming.
Fucking Nintendo's gonna rev up that goddamn, like, it. Let me assuage your fears. It's coming. Like,
Don't worry, it's
Nintendo doesn't have that Mario game sold rather well. Well, goodbye forever. Like, they've
Nintendo
learned
doesn't
their
have-
lesson from all of the other times they've done that.
They don't have the Steam problem where so many people are selling games on their platform that they don't have to worry about making games anymore. They still have to worry about making games.
Can we talk about Steam having to 173 cloned games made by the same two people?
Yeah, what
What?
the fuck?
Can we talk
What?
about that?
Tell me
Steam,
about it. I don't know anything
I'm
about
gonna get
that.
you-
Yeah,
Only-
I'll let you spin me a towel while I sit here.
Okay, so where to even start? So Steam Direct, right, replaced Steam Greenlight, and so Valve's supposed to be like vetting all these games that are going on their storefront and everything.
Supposed to be.
Yeah, it's supposed to be. Keep that part in mind.
Allegedly.
So this week they removed a total of 173 games made by the same two people. They just used like fake names and stuff over and over again. And these games were not even like borrowed assets and then re-uploaded. Like these
they were asset flips, like
They were
straight out.
complete Unity assets, yeah.
Some of them, yeah. Some of them were even worse than that. They were just stale backgrounds.
Ugh.
Like it looked like 100 of them were like Bust a Move knockoffs.
Mhm. And okay, so here you go. They were pushing multiple games through the application process through Steam Direct, so they didn't even pay the $100 for each game. So Valve didn't even make its money on this. And I mean, how on earth did 173 games get past these guys? Like one or two, I get it. Valve doesn't care; they employ robots. But 173 in a short amount of time, somebody somewhere had to have noticed this.
You would think.
Like,
And then,
yeah, but it's like everything. It's somebody's like, that's not my job. I don't have to worry about it.
can we just officially say that Steam is bad? Like, is that okay now?
I mean, but where else is there
Steam's
to
the
go?
best option, and what?
I mean, like as a storefront, like as a platform, like to get your games, like to access your games and stuff.
Yeah.
It's fine. But I mean, like, they're not really good at anything. Like
Valve?
Yeah.
I mean,
They're not
they
good
haven't
at it.
made
Debatable.
a game that allows you to qualify them for that anymore.
Well,
I mean,
and
not
let's
in a
be
long
clear.
time.
And let's be
They
clear.
do-
It's
wait,
not
they
just
what?
one.
They haven't made a game in a long time, is what I'm saying, Miles. So-
They will never have to make a game again. Dota 2 exists.
Oh well,
Why
no, they're
would you
making
do-
they're making the Dota card game video game though, and I'm
Fuck's
sure
sake.
that will be fair and balanced all the time. That definitely
Oh
won't have
my
some
God.
bullcrap, gambling economy that Valve perpetuates themselves, and
Mm.
then people open lotto sites. I'm sure those things won't happen.
I should open a lotto site before it becomes illegal.
I mean-
Yeah, you should- Dota. What is it? What do they call it? Was it Ancients or
Defense
what
of the
is it?
Ancients.
Artifacts?
Ugh.
Artifacts.
Why did I walk
org.
into this room with this fucking hammer? It's killing me.
Good question. Why did you?
That's a question
Because I
only
told
God
myself
could
it was
answer.
hammer time, and then I realized I made a mistake.
You
Do it
did
for
it off
Arby
of
and
the pun.
Do it for Arby and the Chief.
I did it for Arby and the Chief. Oh God. Classic
Yeah,
YouTube.
do you feel
right
old
there.
yet?
Do I? That guy's still making videos, isn't he?
God, is he really?
I don't know. I think.
Man, I remember how topical that early one was when he was making fun of fucking Devil May Cry 4. Ooh boy.
He was the hottest thing at one point.
I totally missed it. Who?
There's a dude who used to do these videos that were called Arby and the Chief, where he just had stupid Toy Story scenario, but
Yeah.
And it was like Microsoft Sam and Microsoft Mike voices.
it was pretty
Yeah.
bad.
It was when all that was funny. It was basically like a meme before like memes became memes.
It was
Like
just
in the
it was
sense
just
that
early
Is it-
YouTube
Is
entertainment.
this memes?
Yeah. It was like early YouTube meme.
Proto meme.
Yeah.
No, it wasn't a meme though. Like it was like a series, man.
I think it would have been a meme, like a series meme, almost, you know?
Like if the streamies were a thing back then, he would have won the machinima category.
I mean, what even is memes? If we're being honest.
Memes is everything. Memes is life.
Memes should be your life.
I just memed an answer to your question.
Yes, you
born,
did.
You were born too late. You were born too late to explore the Earth. You were born too early to explore space. You were born just in time to explore dank memes.
Fucking kill me.
Never.
Okay, so
I want
here's
to be
Valve's
Gundam
statement
now.
to the press regarding those games, and they start with the funniest thing I've read in a long time. So this was a reply to Polygon, and they said, "Yes, we have a full-time team monitoring reports."
Monitoring reports of what?
And they identified an issue that led to the removal of some titles from a few different Steamworks accounts.
Oh.
What?
They're very much underplaying that one, huh?
Oh, yeah. Jeez. Oh, boy.
I need...
I made the bad game.
Over under how many people get
Oopsie.
fired, I'm putting it at 10.
They're not going to fire anybody. Oh, okay.
What are they going to do, fire the
You can
robots?
buy the SNES Classic at PlayAsia for $169 if you're desperate.
Fuck that.
I
Wait,
need to stop
PlayStation,
checking.
Hold up, does the Japanese version have different stuff?
No, the Japanese version does, but this is the English version.
Gross.
The Japanese version has
English? What am I, a baka?
The Japanese version has Paneled Upon, and it has Street Fighter 2: The New Challengers.
Yeah.
Wait, what?
Those are the only two American games. The games that were released in America. The other three are like Japanese.
Yeah. And it looks different because they had the cool design.
Yeah, they had the Super Famicom.
Fuck yeah, they did.
What is the other games they have on the Japanese one? They have Legend of the Mystical Ninja. They have...
Oh wait, Goemon?
And they have Fire Emblem 3.
Yo! Alright,
What?
we got fucking shafted.
Yeah, we did.
Well, Fire Emblem 3 never came here.
Yeah.
No, no.
No, I know. Like I have played every single Fire Emblem game. I had to find translation patches for them, and believe me, some of them are rough. But like
Alright.
I did it.
So for us, we exclusively got Earthbound.
All right.
They didn't get Earthbound?
They didn't get Earthbound, no.
That's weird.
Wow.
Does
Could
Japan
have it
not care
without
about Earthbound?
Japan
Well,
cares
no,
a
they have
lot
this
about
thing called
Earthbound.
They have this thing called Mother 3,
Yeah.
so I guess
Yeah.
it's fair.
No. The key word is they have this thing called Mother 3. We do not have
Yeah,
Mother 3.
that's what I mean. We get Earthbound on our SNES Classic because they
We
have
have
Mother.
fucking Seth Green making fun of Mother 3 at a Nintendo conference, and Nintendo's like, ha ha ha, funny joke.
Dude,
Yeah, we're
there's
still
a-
not doing
There's
it. You're not going to
another.
convince us.
Okay, so here's my batshit crazy prediction for the Nintendo World Championships
Ugh.
because
That-
of the
oh my
last
God.
one.
Okay, hold up. Could you imagine the end? It's just like the Wizard, where like, and here it is, the final secret game. And you see like the stage cracks open, and it's all the fog, and then it's just Mother 3 English edition. Everybody starts like losing their shit.
That's basically because they announced the Earthbound Beginnings, the first Mother, in English, at the last one. So I mean, maybe not exactly like the Wizard, but I mean it could happen.
Like the movie The Wizard?
The movie
Yeah.
The Wizard, yes. Because at the end they go,
with
look
Fred
at this
Savage?
cool shit, and
I
then
want to go to California.
exactly
And it was,
California. It was Super Mario.
Super Mario 3.
I'm pretty
Yeah.
sure Angry Video Game
Super
Nerd had a whole video on it.
That's the movie that has Jenny Lewis from Milo Kiley in it, isn't it?
Does it?
I want to say yes.
Yeah.
It was the Fred Savage kid movie.
Yeah, it was Fred Savage.
The only person in that movie who wound up having like an actual real good career after it.
Fred Savage
What are
had
you
a
talking
career.
about? Fred Savage had a huge career.
Compared
And the
to
kid
Jenny
who had the
Lewis?
power glove? That kid had a power glove. So bad.
I love the
Fred-
power
Speaking of the Nintendo World Championships,
Fred Savage was in a shit ton of things.
What games are people playing in the
Oh,
Nintendo
yeah, the
World
Wonder Years,
Championships?
fuck.
They have only announced one.
Okay.
Samus Returns.
Okay.
Or
Can we-
Sheamus Returns, as we were calling
can
it.
we-
Sheamus. Oh, toy.
Sheamus.
Wait, the
Oh,
wrestler
these dumb
Sheamus?
Metroids.
Can we talk about that for a second? Because I
Go
think
for
that
it.
I think
What,
that's
the potato famine?
I think that's a mistake.
The potato
Potato
famine?
famine?
Yes.
I concur. What haughty topics.
Okay, Miles. Maybe
I love
you
my,
can,
eight-
maybe
early
you can
1800s
elaborate
culture.
a little bit.
Oh boy, here we go.
I don't know how you feel about that game in the
Spurned.
legacy of speed running. That is the Metroid
Ah.
series.
I mean, whatever. Fucking, like, Metroid, Samus Returns isn't going to be much for the speed. Like, okay.
Right, which is the entire point of this.
Right, I sequence broke the game. It's not that hard to do.
Okay, but
this is by far the easiest game to bomb jump in since fucking like Metroid Prime.
Okay, so it's not necessarily going to be an efficiency run. It's going to be just like literally just time.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
I could see this game being beat in. Well, I mean, fucking, you get the good ending if you beat it in under 2 hours. So you got to figure
I thought
like.
It was 4.
Was it 4?
I think it's 4.
Might have been 4. Then I could see it done in 2 easily. That's a SGDQ. Bam, wham, bam. Thank you, ma'am.
Yeah. Okay. I mean, I haven't really because I was trying to go through that game without spoiling myself on anything, and I'm glad I did because the final boss was at least a surprise. But I didn't really go out of my way to try to sequence break. I was trying to go through the game the way it intended initially, but you know how Metroid is. It's like it's all over the place and what it actually intends. So. Too bad. I mean, if they could play AM2R, that'd be great, but that's not gonna happen. But yeah.
So what ultimately broke you?
On that game?
Yeah. What was the thing that pushed you over?
Honestly, it's the controls, man. It just,
what did the claw finally get to you?
The claw got to me, man. Do you not agree?
I really like the design of the 3DS XL. Oh boy, does it hurt to hold after a while.
Oh my god. Okay.
But that's why I actually downgraded to the regular 3DS, the new 3DS.
I probably should have, in all honesty. Like, had I been a smart boy, I would have fucking...
Aren't I supposed to board with the bumper? What the fuck?
Yeah, I like the size. It's about the size of a DS Lite.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
I'm holding out hope for the 3DS Micro.
Oh my god, the Micro. A Micro would be not fun. And it has the 3D slider, too. And you just your eyes fall out of your head.
As awkward with the regular 2DS, it's shaped like a wedge and you can't fit in your pocket.
That seems like in size and design most similar to the first edition 3DS.
You do anything with it unless you're like a really tiny child. Yeah. Which I mean,
basically, I think the 2DS XL is gonna be that version.
Yeah. But yeah, it's the claw, Miles. That's what got me with that game because the 360 aim on its own, great concept. Controlling Samus with the circle pad, not a great concept.
Not super great.
Having unique abilities in the game that have to be activated by the D-pad, which is directly under the movement circle pad, and you have to switch them really quickly, and then you have to hit the A button. And you're also switching the missile triggers, and you're tapping the touchscreen. Oh my god, no!
Yeah, no, your brain does start to fry after a certain point. Like,
yeah, especially like it would get to a point where like there were a couple of bosses where I'm like, all right, my configuration walking into this room was not what it was supposed to be. So I have to switch the beam, switch the ability, turn on the ability. Do the 360 aim, and if I don't do that in like a half a second before I actually start doing the boss battle, I'm screwed. Die, grunt. Anyway,
when you put it that way, I can see it.
Yeah, it's not to mention the pacing of the game. I think is not traditional Metroid, and it's not necessarily a bad thing. But it's the most linear Metroid I've played in a very long time.
So I've said it before, and I will say it again.
Play AM2R.
Well, obviously yes, but Metroid Returns is a fantastic companion game to the true the true usurper that is AM2R. Like it cannot be stated how fucking good AM2R is.
It really, it's such a fucking shame, dude.
From kind of nothing origins. Like I played Metroid 2, and my reaction upon beating it is, yeah, all right.
See, I personally, I didn't play Metroid 2 until I bought it on the 3DS Virtual Store on the eShop.
Oh boy, yeah.
No,
I played it the most suboptimal way on my phone.
No,
hey, man.
Okay, so on the 3DS,
Yeah, that is a terrible
in
idea,
college,
actually.
with a map on my phone, Metroid 2, the Game Boy version, was actually pretty playable as a result. Wow, I think these guys... Okay, sorry. Break
That
up here.
being said,
there were
playing
some jackals
Robopon
just
on your
dancing like
phone.
Beyonce in front of me just a moment ago.
Oh, good lord, Robopon.
Fuck yeah, Robopon. You know what's up.
Shite.
Like,
Anyway.
I beat all of Golden Sun 1 and 2 on my phone. Like a gigantic child. Yo,
Okay.
those games fucking hold up.
Okay, I just saw the funniest thing. So you guys remember Rovio, right?
No,
Well,
enlighten me.
Well, their IPO just got valued at $1 billion.
Fuck off with that.
in 2010, maybe, but
Wait,
I'm sorry.
billion dollars.
billion with a B,
billion
yes.
with a B dollary dues for fucking Rovio.
For their
The-
IPO.
What is this? The fucking .com boom? Like, get the fuck out of here with that.
Oh my
Jesus, tap dancing Christ. Fuck,
Oh,
that
now
is such nonsense.
Fucking
A
hell, mate.
billion with a B. It's so funny. Are they gonna come out and say that Zynga is worth $2 billion?
Oh god, Zynga.
They're-
Does Don Matrick still work for them?
Yeah,
No, he's out.
they've-
I think we talked about this before.
Oh yeah, that's right.
They've renamed their company to Bazinga in honor of new young Sheldon.
Oh god.
Did
no.
you? Okay, did you? That's funny because I just saw that. Apparently, the biggest comedy premiere in 4 years for the network. And in case you needed a reminder that this world
Wait,
is not
sorry,
worth
what?
saving.
Hold on. What was?
You heard him
CBS
right.
No,
Young-
I actually didn't. It cut out.
Young Sheldon marks biggest comedy premiere in 4 years.
Or
Okay,
CBS
That's
or
that's
all
an
television?
actual.
fucking
looks like for
shoot me.
CBS.
Because
Oh, okay.
I watched the first episode of that to see.
So you're part of the problem.
No.
Of Young
Oh god, no,
Sheldon or
no,
of
no.
The Big
The
Bang
fact that you
Theory?
think I watched it legally is hysterical. No, I
Family?
explicitly. Not only did I fucking watch it on yesmovies.com, a fantastic illegal site, by the way.
Oof.
Because of how bad it was, I am going to download an illegal copy and send it to people who do want to watch it, so that I will slap money out of CBS's hands. Like, okay, that is the origin story of a serial killer. Like, if you
Yeah.
replace the not laugh track, there is not a laugh track. Let's start there. He sounds like a crazy person. Like, this sounds like Rain Man the origin story. Like, it is just, ha, I learned Newtonian physics. Isn't that funny?
Like the CBS comedy thing, like if you think about it, that block, like 30 Rock and Parks and Recreation in the ratings, and none of those shows, with the exception of How I Met Your Mother, were any good.
Yeah, no, CBS just has made crap shows for years.
Like,
the only
the-
reason
the
they're
one-
still in
the
business is
one-
because they're
Star
the...
Trek! Sorry, who said what?
Yeah,
Like the
you
one
can
the
say
one
that.
good comedy that they have is Superior Donuts, and it's like only kind of good.
Oh, I have a fun game for all of you.
It's gonna not be a fun game, is it?
It's not, no, it almost killed me. So,
I'm like,
I
what's
don't know if that's
going?
good or bad.
Is
that's
this Star
it's a
Trek
great
related,
game.
Miles?
So, I watched the first 2 episodes of Star Trek Discovery because I fucking hate myself and want to die a little on the inside, and apparently on the outside too. So, I made a fun game halfway through the show to prove a point of, wow, the camera work in this show is bad. Boot up right now. I insist all of you, boot up Star Trek Discovery and get multiple bottles of water. Water, mind, alcohol will kill you. Take a drink every time there's a Dutch camera angle
No, there's
or a
Dutch
lens
frames?
flare. There's Dutch camera angles and there's lens flares every 6 seconds.
So
I'm not kidding. Evan,
it's trying
there
to
was
be a J.J. Abrams movie?
No. There was 2 minutes. I was doing this next to Tyler. Tyler was live texting you as this was happening.
Yes, I know. I got the Snapchats.
I was actively drowning watching Star Trek Discovery. I will say that show is made increasingly better by me waterboarding myself. Because, like, at that point, you'll enjoy anything to just make it stop. Dude, I was ready to give up fucking locations of our soldiers overseas. Like, I would have done fucking anything. It was the worst.
I stopped being interested in this show the moment they fired Brian Fuller.
Oh, what? Oh my god. Okay, so let me tell you, fucking Star Trek Discovery's got tech. Not only are Klingons not, like, actual warrior people, they're just fucking, like, crazy, weird nightmare mutants. But, like, the ships are wrong. Everything's wrong. It's basically Star Wars now. Stop. Just stop. Just let it die.
Don't take offense to this.
I will.
But I got sent this by another passionate Star Trek fan that it reminded me of. Apparently, The Onion released this as a news report back in 2009 when the J.J. Abrams Star Trek came out, and it was this news report of Star Trek fans complaining about the show being accessible, being fun and watchable, and the effects not looking like two out of shape guys in makeup kind of punching each other.
Correct.
Yeah.
That's exactly what it is.
Oh no! Don't get me wrong. I'm not one of those like, Star Trek is the breath of life. Like
yes, you are.
No, okay. Like, it's not gospel. It's a show that I rather enjoy. But I can watch the original series and go, ha ha ha! That fucking man just shot a rock at a dude in a fucking lizard suit. Like, I cannot enjoy it ironically. Dude, there are terrible episodes of Star Trek. Like,
many.
Do tell. You mean
okay.
Listening. I'm being sarcastic. You mean like the classic Spock's brain, or the one where they have?
Hey! Okay, all right. Spock's brain, though. Let's talk about this. There's a planet where all the men on the surface are big dumb idiots, and all the women live underground, but they steal brains to operate a computer whose brain stopped. It's like, all right. Oh, okay.
You know it's a classic when both Futurama and Rick and Morty rip it off.
No. Okay. For real, though, and I cannot stress this enough, go find the audiobook, and by find, I mean, you know exactly what I mean. Go get the audiobook of City on the Edge of Forever by Harlan Ellison. Okay, so
Harlan Ellison registered trademark.
Harlan Ellison registered trademark. So Harlan Ellison made the script, the writing script for City on the Edge of Forever. Everybody's like, oh, it's the best original series because that's the one with the lopsided donut that sends him to the past. So fucking, it's a great episode. Don't get me wrong. It's like one of my favorites because of course it is. So apparently his original script is super butchered, and he will tell you about it because I'm listening to the audiobook for the actual script, not that shit Paramount gave you. It's an audiobook. It's 20 chapters long. The actual book begins at chapter 6.
And what's the first 6 chapters?
The first 6 chapters are a foreword by Harlan Ellison, who is now like 70, but he sounds like he's like drowning in his own throat, like just gross, nasty, like death rattle.
Sounds like Harlan Ellison.
Okay, no, I cannot stress enough how badly you need to listen to this. I never looked up anything on Gene Roddenberry. I just assumed he was a cool dude because he made a cool thing. But like, apparently, like no shit, fucking Harlan Ellison has such beef with a dead man that he is not willing to let go. It is amazing. He goes for 6 chapters. Gene Roddenberry, that money-grubbing goblin who destroyed my idea. Like, he's just, it's insane. And I'm paraphrasing because my memory is garbage, but he said something to the effect of, the day Gene Roddenberry died was the saddest in my life because I couldn't argue with him anymore. Like, people would say I'm an asshole for calling him an asshole because now I'm speaking of the dead. Like, Gene Roddenberry gets a leg up in our argument because he's dead. Dude, fucking Harlan Ellison is a madman, and I kind of love him for it. Dude wrote, I Have No Mouth and I Must Scream in 3 days after getting broken up with his wife and getting absolutely blackout drunk. He does not remember a single minute of writing it. He just got shit-faced drunk, sobered up, and there's a book about just fucking nightmares.
Wow.
In conclusion, he's a G. Fucking, like, I find that shit.
Is this a video game podcast?
Yes, it
Oh,
is.
yeah, sorry. No, you're right.
We just became a video game podcast.
No, you're right. You're right.
Talking
You're
about
right.
video games.
You're right. You're right. The
We've
Star Trek
officially done the
VR
tangent.
simulator can suck my goddamn dick because any game that continues to perpetrate the J.J. Abrams universe is the worst.
This is what I deal with on a weekly basis.
He really does.
No,
I
I don't know.
I had to get it out.
Cast, but going off on a tangent about not video games is how you beat podcast. So it's official.
Yeah, pretty much. Oh shit! Look at that air.
Wait, what are we now?
We're officially a video games podcast.
Goddamn right.
Video games. Like if we could get a Game of Thrones recap in the podcast, we'll just be Polygon.
Yeah.
But our website already has a Game of Thrones
For
recap
real,
podcast.
though, can I just say how much I kind of ironically love Polygon?
Oh, I love Polygon. I just also love making that joke because Polygon makes that joke now.
Okay.
They own it.
The Polygon joke of... Oh, God, what was it, the one that they did? The assault rifle game where you can play at a gun range. And it's this dude, he's like, did you know that assault rifles are scary? I was playing with a virtual assault rifle and, gosh and Carter, it rattled me. I'm like...
Polygon Cinematic Universe is fantastic. I wish they'd bring back Please Retweet, because that was my favorite.
Please retweet.
Did you watch that one?
I have not.
Okay,
I did watch...
It's one of their writers who photoshopped a grown man's legs and a diaper, like an actual baby diaper, onto Toad, the character Toad.
Oh my god.
And it's amazing one. And then he kept tweeting this picture at Nintendo to get them to retweet it.
And did they?
No.
No,
This is some weird Twitter stuff.
Okay, no, so the best part about this is...
That's Hong Kong, like, fucking Hong Kong McDonald's weird.
Oh, no, okay, so
This is
the
like
show...
Grill weird, are you kidding me? This is like something Grill would do.
Oh, no, it got bad. It got bad because, like, the show would be him trying to come up with a way to convince them to retweet it, and it was basically his just descent into madness, trying... And Nintendo decided
That's amazing.
Nintendo decided to go ahead and roll with it. So, like, when Polygon got a preview unit of the 2DS XL for review, Nintendo tweeted it out, like, retweeted their news post and said, hey, thanks, we love retweeting our friends at Polygon just to f*** with him. Specifically, like, even the rest of their editorial was just like, holy
Oh my god. See, I would never call Nintendo, like, social media savvy.
No.
I feel like that's...
No.
But wait, that's Sega.
Who
That's
is
okay,
anymore,
no.
other than
That's
the
a
Sonic
younger
Hedgehog
company's game, like Sega.
Sega's Sonic the Hedgehog Twitter account is a treasure.
That's madness. Okay, Sonic the Hedgehog... Real talk, Sonic the Hedgehog or Arby's?
Sonic
the Hedgehog.
Yeah.
Sonic the Hedgehog.
Really?
Arby's
Alright.
just got
Sonic the
lucky
Hedgehog
that they had
is
somebody
afraid to
creative
drag
in
its
their
own
marketing
critic.
department.
Dude, but whoever's in charge of the Arby's Twitter fucking page. It's not like Google what's hip with the kids. Like, it's somebody actually stays on top of this shit. There was a fucking Skullgirls one that just went up. Skullgirls, the game that time forgot.
Yeah, so Arby's just got lucky that they had a creative gamer on their marketing department.
No, I love all of Sega's marketing because they play it so fast and loose these days. Did you know that the official Sega Twitter account was following at least 2 porn accounts until very recently?
Are you serious?
Oh my god, I believe
I'm
it.
dead serious.
Fucking
Nice.
good on them.
Like they got caught.
Nice.
Because somebody else who followed them also followed those, and so like they'd go to the account and they're
Ted
like,
Cruz.
"What the fuck is this?"
I was about to say, okay, what does it say? Sega followed porn. Nice. Ted Cruz followed porn. Oh, blah, 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 blah. The difference is that fucking Sega didn't kill multiple people back in the 90s and think he got away with it.
I don't know about that.
Gemini killer.
All right. Does anybody have any video games they've been playing recently they want to praise or deem we avoid?
I've been playing a lot of Pong.
Yeah, I mean,
Pong?
gold and silver
Really?
on virtual console. So if you're not buying go buy those.
Fucking Divinity Original Sin 2 is actually really good. And like,
I've heard really good things.
dude, I haven't played an old school RPG in a long ass time, and I can feel it. Like,
These games are for big boys only.
okay, can I just say, and like, I know he says it all the time.
I love that everybody knew what I was talking about.
Thank God for Jim Sterling. That man is a national treasure, and he fucking creeps me out so consistently. There's nothing that does it like Jim Sterling. There is no man who makes me go, stop. Him in the fop wig and the fucking, like, the brushed, like, painted whore Frenchman face
Have you all
paint.
seen this, what we're talking about here?
I have not, no.
Okay,
Oh
I'm
my
sending
God,
it
what?
to the relevant parties here. This,
Oh, okay, no, play it.
What?
Play it.
I'm
In
sending-
motion, it is
I'm
so
sending
much
it.
more horrifying.
I love every second. I love it so much.
His accent is it's too dead on. Like, there, fucking Jim Sterling, man. Like, I will never understand him, like, on a conceptual level. Like, I'll be sitting there and I'll be like, yeah, all this video game stuff, good shit. Fucking, you know, like, wow, 2K, what an asshole. And then, so these fucking boglins, and I'm like, all right, dude, you have lost me so hard.
Okay, so the Boglin thing started as a joke on his podcast, and then it just...
No, I listened to the Destructoid cast. I remember when he would sexually harass fucking John Holmes
Oh my
for like
God.
hours. Oh my god.
He still does that.
No,
from
I
time to
know.
time.
Like, I still remember where I was. I'm sitting there at work, like, talking to some customer on the phone, and I have my headphone in the other ear, and I'm listening to him. He's like, I feel so bad for
I put
Jonathan
that
Holmes.
in the games channel on the Discord, guys.
I
If you guys want to see
feel-
what we're talking about.
I feel so bad for Jonathan Holmes. That man is a hero for putting up with Jim Sterling, because the podcasts would literally go like this. This is Destructoid. Hi, I'm John Holmes. So I just played Nintendogs again for the first time in a while. It's a really good. John, I just came up with a great idea. Okay, Jim, what is it? I'm going to install a shutter in your asshole so that I can control when you poop. No, John, please no. No, it's like a camera lens, right? How it like rotates open, and what's gonna happen is that I'll give you a heads up so that 10 minutes before I just open it spontaneously, it will just start playing mariachi music. So you'll be in the middle of a menu and you're and he's like, oh, I will. That gives you time to excuse yourself. And he's like, God, please no. So John Holmes used to work at a sanatorium in Boston and apparently a couple of the people who went there listened to the podcast, so they'd fuck with him and be like, "Oh yes, change my diaper, John Holmes." It's like, dude, Jonathan Holmes is my fucking that dude. Okay, so like real
I'm
talk.
so glad that the 2 times I met him, you were not with me.
Yeah, no, he's great. He's actually a genuinely nice guy, and he came from a crazy ass place. He was on, I want to say Road Rules, the like Big Brother reality show. It was like the Northeast edition, and he was on it, and he was this roided out, fucking angry ass, like just jonesing for a fight. And then he talks about it. He's like, "Yeah, I was in a real bad place." But
so
like,
was he on the Real World when Chris Hardwick was in the exact same kind of bad position?
God, was he?
Kinda,
I think
yeah.
if you have to do reality TV like that, I think you might have to have like as part of the sign up, you have to have some sort of disorders. But yeah, no, dude is he's made like a complete life change. He's got his shit in order. He's got like his really nice girlfriend, wife, and like he's just doing good shit. He does volunteer like charity work at hospitals, and he's a really nice guy. And then this fucking asshole British monster just constantly gives him shit. The famous one was the lust gurney is what they called it, which is literally the lust gurney, which is John Holmes would be strapped to a gurney at his hospital room and then wheeled around so that everybody could like touch him and hoot and holler and stuff. And it's like, God, why? Like, actually, listen to old Destructoid podcasts. There are 3 people trying to have a normal conversation, and 1 man who just wants to watch the world burn.
Gee,
and it
sounds familiar.
Suck my dick. It is absolutely fascinating to listen to. Okay, have I started sexually harassing you yet, Evan?
No, you haven't, actually.
Exactly. Give
Good
it
job.
time.
Alright. I think we're going to call it on the podcast tonight. Unless anybody has anything to say.
That's a way to end.
Yeah, really.
A weird place.
What a weird ending. But
Yeah.
all right, fair enough.
Talking about another podcast.
Yeah. Okay, don't let me go on tangents. What the fuck?
This is the podcast.
Well, when
You
I'm
can
away
hear
from
about
my
other good
PC
podcasts.
and I'm killing monkey brutes. what do
That's
you expect?
racist.
No, that's what they are.
Oh my god,
the
racist.
Covenant had to lease them.
Oh my god.
because
Evan, I
the
can't-
Elite were not.
Jesus
Oh,
Christ.
jeez. Oh no.
Can you get fired from a job you don't get paid for?
What?